This is Trying Harder. I'm Guido Spangler, and today we have the HasLab Ghostbusters 2-in-the-Box PKE meter. I did an unboxing of the Ghost Trap PKE meter set, followed by a video deep dive of the Ghost Trap. Now it's time to check out all the features of this PKE meter and how it interacts with the Ghost Trap. First off, I love the stand. It does a great job of displaying the meter. You'll fit perfect on any shelf, just stands up just like that. The meter has some heft to it, so it doesn't feel like overly cheap. And to me, the weathering looks pretty perfect. There's a few spots that they missed, but it doesn't look brand new, and it's not gonna weather on its own being plastic. Right out of the box, it's a good start. On the bottom, you have a screw hole, probably for additional mounting options, and then the power switch. There's off, on with EMF detection, that's right, and on without EMF detection. We'll start with non-EMF. On the front, these lower buttons provide manual drive of the wings. The right button moves the wings up, the left button moves them down. If you hold the up button for too long, it will pretend to overheat and break. Give it a second. That's pretty cool. And then you just press the button to get it back activated. Now, if you hold both buttons down, you have an interesting light sequence. Not really sure the purpose of it, just something they included. There you go. The top half controls the scripted animation. The right button starts the animation of the wings, which just kind of randomly moves the wings around and provides screen animation and sounds. This left button will lower the wings and put the PKE meter to sleep. And now it's in a sleep mode. The final switch is right here. It's a three-way switch. All the way to the left will animate from low to high. All the way to the right will animate from high to low. And then if you place it in the middle on either one of those, it just mutes it. And then these animations on the wings and everything will increase, as you saw. When you raise the wings up, everything's faster because presumably there's a ghost in the area. Pretty cool, simple features. And now we're back to sleep. Now let's talk about the EMF mode. Just switch it to the middle position, and this is straight up an EMF detector. Electromagnetic field, which ghost hunters use to help find ghosts. EMFs come off electrical items like sockets, lights, and power lines. But presumably, ghosts can cause EMFs, and that's when they're detected in the absence of an electrical source. Now with that did you know out of the way, let's see how it works. So we're in EMF mode. I just turned the wings on. It's doing its own little animation. Now I have a laptop charger brick. This should do the trick. So if I pass this across this, you notice the lights go crazy. That's because it's picking up all the EMF that's coming off this brick to power a hefty laptop. And then you pull it away and it resumes. To show it's not a coincidence, bam. Now, I haven't thoroughly tested this to know the sensitivity of it. I mean, this isn't crazy. It's not a high voltage power line, but there's a lot coming off of this. Now, your phone emits EMFs, and I couldn't get it to trigger on the phone, but you really don't want it to because that's next to your head all the time, so it shouldn't be crazy with EMFs, but that's a pretty neat thing that they put in. And it's very low key. It's just a little footnote in the instructions with no explanation. So you kind of need to know how these things work to try it out. The final switch is for the afterlife taser mode. This is also where 3 AA batteries will go. But you pop the cover off, revealing a flick switch. When you flick it, the wings come out and you're ready to zap some mini Stay Puffs. So any button will activate the taser. So you get kind of a purple strobe going here. Not much else on the front. And then like most things that Hasbro's put out, there's kind of an overheat. So if you tase, gives you a little warning, but if you hold it down, it'll fully overheat and shut down. and then you just press another button to reactivate it. Now the big thing, since this is a toy, is how do you get it out of taser mode safely? So first off, you make sure your switch is down so it doesn't reactivate when you move these wings. Even go ahead and put the cover on so you don't accidentally click it. And in the instructions and a little sleeve that was on here, you don't necessarily want to force these wings all the way down to closed position. You just want to carefully move them into the 90-degree position. And then it takes care of itself. You don't have to do anything, don't press any buttons, it automatically rehomes itself and we're out of taser mode. One of the big mysteries since these got into everyone's hands has been, what's the IR receiver on the Ghost Trap all about? Well, here's your answer. Let's fire up the Ghost Trap. Doesn't matter which setting you get it into. Now you can see we're animated, we're on. You got your PKE meter fired up. Now if we get the PKE meter pegged out, it triggers the Ghost Trap. And just to show that it's not coincidence, let's do it again. It picks up an IR and triggers the ghosts. So you can actually just cycle through ghost sounds. And consistently, we'll just fire off the ghost noises and activate this trap. That's a pretty cool Easter egg that HasLab threw into this set to just make them really play well together. It's kind of interesting that they didn't say anything about it, they just left it for the community to figure out, and that's kind of cool. And who knows, there might be some other little Easter eggs that we haven't found yet. But with how thorough people have already ripped apart both of these items to mod them, we probably found all there is to find. So the final piece we have is this holster. This is pretty nice. It's very sleek, feels high quality. It has a good snap on it. You just slide it in here. Bam! Now you're mobile, hands are free to eat Twinkies. It's a little bulgy. Maybe it could have used a little bit sturdier of a back, or maybe the fabric will just kind of release itself some the more you use it. I guess I would have just expected this to be completely flat, but it's better than nothing. So let's go check it out. Okay, let's get it through this belt. I'm gonna take it out first. It's got some really wide loops to get your belt and all the hardware through, so that's nice. Let's get it back in here. We're done busting. Time to head home. Boom. So that's how it's gonna look on the belt. Feels good. Definitely not over heavy like the trap is. I don't think this is gonna pull my belt down or anything. Fits great. It's right here. Quick access. Great addition to make this more than just a display piece. As I've said in my other videos about these, I am elated by the quality, the detail, and the functionality. At this point, I can't even think of anything else I'd want from this PKE meter. I mean, sure, it's a little thick, but come on, you're just nitpicking at that point. You have to have room for all the batteries, electronics, things that make this awesome. Outside of that, it's really gone way above my expectations. Because at the end of the day, this is made by a toy company. It's not very often you get toys of this quality. So you're really bridging that line between a prop and a toy. Also, I mean, even though it came from a toy company, it's way better than anything I could make. There's already a slew of mods for both of these items to fix the gripes of the community. And there's gonna be way more that come out to just kind of customize them and be able to make them your own. But what are your thoughts? Hit me up. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. And now that we kicked off 2025, I'll spend the next couple of months riding the wrong gear and trying harder.